What's up, family? If you've never been into a pro sports locker room, allow us to welcome you. They redesigned the locker room, huh? They redesigned. They got us a little closer here in the locker room. My helmet, I need my helmet fixed.
Oh, Eagles?
Hey, let me turn the volume down. Let me turn the volume down. Let me turn the volume down.
Yeah, we got high card.
Dylan out. High card wins.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's go. Y'all done. That's right. No, ace.
Joker beat the ace all day.
No, it did not.
Got paid child support. Baby mom called.
How much that's real? How much hitting you for?
A lot.
You know they say move to Texas.
Right now, back to the topic. Josh Allen, he lost to Patrick Mahomes for the fourth time in his playoffs, and he still hasn't made it to a Super Bowl. Shady, got me thinking. You know, in life, whenever drastic disappointment occurs, you got to start rethinking your decision making. You got to start rethinking your decision
Right away?
making. Yeah, you do. I mean, I remember I tore my quad off the bone at the NFL Combine. I was running a 40. I heard boom, 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 boom. I thought my heels were clicking, so I kept running.
I'm going fast.
Boom, boom. Next thing you know, I clutched my quad. The quad was being ripped off of the bone. I thought to myself, I said, dang it, why did I cut? Because I cut 8 pounds in 3 days. You weigh in at the NFL Combine, I weighed in at 240. By the time I ran, I was 231, because I was like, oh, the lighter I am, the faster I'll be.
8?
Idiot decision. I was dehydrated. So as I'm sitting there with the torn quad in Indianapolis at the Combine, I'm like, yo, why in the heck did I do that? We saw Josh Allen on the bench. We saw him sitting there after losing to Pat now for the 4th time. And I'm just wondering, like, you think Josh still has hope? Sitting there on that bench, I'm wondering if he's thinking to himself, bro, I lost to Pat 4 times. I lost to Pat with Brian Daboll. I lost to Pat with Ken Dorsey. I lost to Pat with Joe Brady. I lost to Pat with Stephon Diggs. I lost to Pat without Stephon Diggs. I lost to Pat with Leslie Frazier as my DC. I lost to Pat with Sean McDermott as my DC. I done lost to Pat in Buffalo. I lost to Pat in Kansas City. I lost to Pat when it was snowing. I lost to Pat when it was sunny. I'm just wondering if Pat was sitting there like I was sitting there after I tore my quad, just thinking to myself, like, bro, do I really still have hope in all of this? Like, do you think he should still, Josh Allen should still have hope in Buffalo?
Y'all don't know Josh Allen. Y'all don't know Josh Allen. One thing, he ain't no quitter. He ain't no chump. He ain't no punk. He gonna fight. And they might not get it done right now, right? But that's okay. If Michael Jordan had that same approach you just said, will Michael Jordan be this great? No. When he couldn't beat the Pistons? Right? Right? Would he been the same? No. That's what makes Josh Allen such a special player. He loses his best receiver, a top 5 dude in Stephon Diggs, and goes to the AFC Championship the next year? So listen, I'll just say this. I think Sean McDermott has done a great job of changing that whole franchise, right? From being losers to winners, right? And I'm talking about the mentality part. Second of all, you get a guy like Josh Allen, he makes everybody believe. The one thing about the Bills with Sean McDermott, they draft and they develop their players. Yeah. The next 2-3 years, I think Josh Allen will win a championship. And another thing is, when you look at the Patrick Mahomes and the Brady, they're so comparable. Brady was running things for a long period of time, but every once in a while, right, somebody got a championship. Correct. I think in this era, it's Patrick Mahomes. I think somebody is going to get a championship. It's going to be somebody like Josh. But here's my issue with that, right? And let's talk all of it, because I can rock with you a little bit with basketball. Jordan ain't lose to the Pistons, if I'm not mistaken, 4 times. Nope, not 4. You feel me? Like, LeBron lost to the Celtics over and over. And finally, LeBron said, you know what? I got to get out of here. I got to go to South Beach. When I think about Peyton Manning, he beat Tom Brady 3-2 in the playoffs. Yeah. Like, it's not as though if Peyton would have gone 0-4, 0-5, I do wonder if Peyton would have been like, hey, this ain't working. So, James, I hear Shady. I don't even disagree with Shady. Josh Allen has completely quieted all of my silence. Yeah. But we've seen the LeBrons. For every Michael Jordan, we saw LeBron. If Jordan would have lost to the Pistons 4 straight times, I do wonder. Obviously, Jordan's the most competitive person we would suggest in the history of the sport. But I do wonder if he would have been like, hey, I need to win some things around here. Yeah, that's crazy. So you think that's okay, though? To say, yo, if I can't beat this dude, like, let me just leave?
Like LeBron?
And I'm not even going to talk about LeBron.
That's what happened, though. That's what he said.
I know. I wanted to. I like LeBron.
That's what he said.
I respect him. But anyway,
let me get out
how you feel about that, though? Because we football players.
I think don't let your ego stand in the way of your greatness.
So get out of there.
If you have to.
Okay.
Where are you going to go?
So I think Josh Allen, because I've been sitting on those benches before after losing NFC Championship games. And Josh Allen was saying, I ain't never ran from him. No, man. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills and Sean McDermott, the Super Bowl window is wide open, man. Josh Allen is like that. He showed you he could be like that with not a lot of talent around him. They are going to be active in free agency. They will get some players in there in the draft. And to be honest with you, if you go to the NFC, you know who you're going to have to beat in the Super Bowl possibly? Patty Mahomes. Ain't no running from me, man. He 29, you 28. We here. Eventually, you got to go through him, dog. Point blank, period. Eventually, you going to have to be the big dog, and you going to have to get through Patrick Mahomes. And I'm with Shady. I think one of these years will be Josh Allen's year. I think he's that great. I think Sean McDermott's that great. I think they will put a really good team around him to go compete. But we ain't running, man. Josh Allen can't run. He's too great for that. And I understand basketball. They all doing it now. They started that. But football, he's too great for that.
I just don't think that – where's he going to go? Like, even if he didn't have hope in Buffalo, I feel like he still has to – like, you labeled him the franchise. Like, when I think about the Buffalo Bills, like, it's Josh Allen. It's not Sean McDermott that comes to mind. It's not Diggs. It's not anyone else. It is Josh Allen. And, look, Josh Allen's been the starter for 7 seasons. Like, I don't know how you can't have hope in what you've done in Buffalo, coming from Wyoming, where you were a 50% passer. Okay, they have 10-plus wins in 6 of the 7 seasons. They've won the Division 5 straight seasons. 84-44 record. It's the second most wins in the NFL. You're just playing in the wrong era, bro. Like, grass isn't always greener on the other side. Like okay, say you don't have hope in Buffalo. Buffalo is one of the few organizations that is just a very well-run ship. And there's not a lot of them. There's probably 6 or 7 of them where it's not dysfunctional. And Josh is a part of a functional organization with a really great head coach. Now, if you were to leave, it's like, all right, where do I go? Do I know that I'm going to get back there? And I agree that Josh should be dejected a little bit. Because I don't know how you can't be when you're 0-4 versus the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, and you're 4-1 in the regular season. So he's thinking, I can beat Patrick Mahomes. Right. It's just 1 or 2 plays here and there throughout the game, 13 seconds, 2 plays there.
Can I ask this? Because you're saying where would he go? Because I think that's a really good question. Because there's a lot of teams that will throw some trades out there. Buffalo said that. Now,
trades, they throw their family,
their sons. What if the Niners said, we'll give you Brock Purdy and 3 first-rounders, give us Josh?
I don't think Josh wants to go.
I don't think Bills will
I don't think Josh wants to run from him.
You know Josh is from L.A., too. He's from out that way.
Stop that.
But now I would say that he you know why? Because Josh not wired like that.
Yeah.
And I gave you that Michael Jordan comparison on. I was being serious because, I mean, Jordan didn't lose 4 times. He lost 3. And if he said, yo, I'm leaving, you right? Josh got that type of competitive nature in him. And I think if he was just losing to maybe different teams, I get, maybe I should get out of here. He probably won't do that. The same person. In his mind, he think he's better than Mahomes.
But let me ask you this then, because Jordan also got Phil Jackson. And let's have the conversation. I don't know if enough people are having this. I think the Josh, and we'll talk more about it later, Sean McDermott, I need more out of you then. Because if y'all are saying Josh is going to get it done.
Oh, no.
That's preposterous,
Here's
bro.
my thing. I don't think that the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs just because we say it's going to happen. What y'all think's going to – let's talk balls, the facility. Yeah. What changes need to occur? They had a number 1 receiver in Stephon Diggs. You didn't beat the Chiefs. You had an elite defense in the years past. I think y'all had the best safety duo when they were healthy in Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. You didn't beat them there. I believe y'all had a healthy Matt Milano. You didn't beat the Chiefs. Y'all acquired Von Miller. Ultimately, inevitably, he ended up getting hurt. So what I'm suggesting is we can sit here on TV, and it's very easy for us to say, oh, eventually it's going to happen. But it's not going to happen unless you make the changes for it to happen.
So really quick, because last time
great coach. McDermott is a great coach.
No, because last time I checked, though, the same coaches is on the field in the regular season and postseason. So if we're sitting here dominating you in the regular season and we can't get over the hump in the postseason, I'm not saying that's all going to coaching. I've shown you that I know how to compete against you too, Andy Reid.
James, not even this. What was the difference in the game between the Bills and the Chiefs on Sunday?
It came down to that play.
Spags versus Brady.
It was coaching. That's what it came down to.
But how about in the regular season, though?
What
does those come down to?
But in the regular season, to some degree, y'all know this better than I. Y'all are all Super Bowl champions. I am not. We'll defer. The regular season is not as important in the postseason.
It's not, but what I'm saying is it's because you don't got cut to the chase, but you got Emmanuel Acho, whatever your block is. and you showed us how special the Bills' defense was, disguising and all that, and out-coaching Patrick Mahomes on that play. It just happened to be in the regular season when they were undefeated and not in the postseason. But I can't sit here and say McDermott is not like that.
I would argue that Sean McDermott this year based on expectations, based on talent level, has done his best job coaching he's ever done.
I won't disagree with that.
Because of what we all thought the Buffalo Bills should be.
That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm not saying McDermott can't coach.
You just said you need to see more.
I'm saying his best isn't good enough to beat Andy. That's all I'm saying.
Whose is, though?
So that's the question. We have to find that out. That's all I'm suggesting. Remember, when Sean McDermott lost to the Chiefs with 13 seconds, he was not the defensive coordinator. His close friend Leslie Frazier was. And McDermott was like, you know what, Frazier, that's your fault. Yep. Frazier, you got to go. I'll call the defense. Leslie Frazier was the defensive coordinator for the Bills. McDermott said, you're not good enough, let me do it. Well, McDermott, now you're doing it, and you're not good enough. I'm not saying McDermott's not a dog. He is. But we need to find a way to beat Andy.
This past game came down to Spags on defense and Joe Brady on offense and Josh Allen. That was the play. You're talking
the
like...
inverse is true, too, Chase.
Yeah, but you're talking about...
There was a 3rd and 9 that Andy Reid dialed up against Sean McDermott's man-to-man defense.
Bro, the game was over regardless.
It was not over.
Point.
It was not over.
There's going to be 20 seconds left.
No, there was a minute, 30 seconds left. You get the timeout. Look, the game's not over.
I'm just saying, like, there's 2 or 3 plays in one game that you can point to where it's not on all Sean McDermott.
Of course not.
And it's not all on players. We just had a block up here on Jerry Jones. It's the players for the Dallas Cowboys that have to make the plays in the right time. Same with Josh Allen. Same with that defense. They have to understand, and you put them in a man beater. What do you think you're going to get? That. Okay, the players watch film too. It's not just Sean McDermott.
So do y'all think that just by happenstance, the Bills are eventually going to beat the Chiefs one day?
This is what I don't like. Things, they got good players. Like Josh Allen can be able to make that play the way that Pat can make it. But the way you talking is like, man, I guess Lamar should just get out that division too. Everybody should just get out the division then.
Yeah, go to NFC. Just at least you can make the Super Bowl.
For me, it's like Josh, and we'll get more to it. I just don't know how we believe that Josh and McDermott are going to beat the Chiefs because we've seen every iteration of the Bills.
I don't.
So you're just going to quit?
I don't.
No.
You know what I mean? Like get out, fire McDermott, make Josh go to NFC?
But what are we going to do? That's my question.
We got to find a way to make the plays at the end of the game.
Plays.
These games ain't blowouts. And you beat us in 13 seconds one time, right? You tricked me on a blitz. I still got the ball out. My tight end still they have to make those plays. That's not on Sean McDermott as coaching, dog.
To beat the Chiefs.
Like, if you make 1 or 2 of those plays, the game switches. You get the quarterback sneak, the game's different. Like, you have to make the Chiefs is making the plays.
What I'm hoping is, can your coach put you in a better position to make the play? What I mean is, Pat Mahomes on that 3rd and 9, I believe it was to P. Ryan, he's wide open. Okay, so it's easy to make that play.
Listen,
Kincaid should have caught it. But like y'all said, that was a... Go ahead, sir.
Like, it's 4th and 1, and the Chiefs stop him on a...
It's a quarterback sneak.
But no. That's like... The Eagles doing a tush push, and we saying, Nick Sirianni, you got to do a better job coaching. They ain't been stopped on the tush push. You understand? Josh ain't been stopped on a quarterback sneak all year long. The Chiefs made the play. And then Don Kincaid didn't make the play. And that equals losing when you're playing Patrick Mahomes. It just does. 13 seconds left. The defense don't make a play.
Outside level.
But how come then the team that's coached by the Chiefs always makes the play? I don't believe it's coincidence.
Andy Reid.
And it's Patrick Mahomes.
Real quick, I don't think that. So you basically saying that the Chiefs gonna win? They're gonna win 10 straight
15
championships.
No, I don't.
So Vish is gonna catch.
I don't think the Bills. I don't have enough evidence to be confident in the Bills beating the Chiefs. So that's all I'm saying.
Who else?
What evidence do you have for any team?
We have evidence at least that the Bengals can do it. That's the only thing.
But I'm saying, like, you wouldn't sit here saying that my man is a better coach than Andy Reid.
Who's that? Zach Taylor?
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Even though he beat him, you know what I mean? Like, McDermott's a heck of a football coach, man.
Of course.
But it's just tough to me to, like, see the job he's done and to think, like, he's the one holding him back and he can't, like, get over the hump, too.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.